Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's Beauty Blog. I have a special guest here today, and it's Miss Molly, and I'm bringing her on today because her birthday was yesterday, October 7th. She's 14 years old. She's tired today, as you could tell, but she's such a sweetheart, and I just wanted you guys to see her up close because you guys haven't seen her for a while. So there she is. She's such a cutie. Look. She can fall asleep in mommy's arms. Okay, so let's let her
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's Beauty Blog. For those of you that are new to my channel, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician for over 10 years. Today's video is all about the eyes. So I'm going to show you my tips and tricks to help with fine lines and wrinkles, to relieve tension, and to help with hoodiness of the eyes, okay? Now, I have a really good demo for you guys. I will tell you, I planned on doing microcurrent in this, but unfortunately, I'm using the Zip Conductive Gel, and it's not working with my MyoLift Mini or my MyoLift QT. So I could not include that in this video. And hopefully, you know, I will find a replacement soon and I will be able to include that section, but I will talk about it. So before we go into the video, what you guys are going to see in this video are some tools and some products. Now, for me, I love to use tools for facial massage, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. It's so much easier. Two, it's less toll on your fingers. So for me, this is one of the reasons why I retired from the treatment room and I don't do that many facials anymore, is because of my hands. I did a lot of massage when I was working in the treatment room. I did, you know, body massage and a lot of massage on the face, the neck, and the shoulders, okay? And it really took a toll on my hands and my arms and my posture. And so whenever I can use tools, that's what I go for. And besides tools, these tools are the best way to relieve fascial adhesions on your face and on your body. It really saves your fingers. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this for all about the eyes is because the eyes are one of the areas on the face that we often neglect. We're not using the right products around our eyes. We're not doing the right things to keep the skin tissue healthy, to help prevent fine lines and wrinkles, and also relieving the tension around the eye area, which we carry a lot. Because the eyes, we do make a lot of facial expressions. You know, we squint, we smile, you know, we get the lines around here, we get the crow's feet, not to mention when we squint, we get the lines right here on our nose, what they call the bunny lines, and then also the 11s, okay? So there is a lot of tension surrounding that eye area, and you have to release it, okay? One of my favorite ways to release that tension around the eyes is using a face blaster by Ashley Black or the Anma by Mann. These are fascial adhesion tools, okay? These will release the fascial adhesions around your eye area, your face, and your body, and it makes a huge difference because when you have fascial adhesions or the tension around the eyes, it does restrict blood flow. And when it does restrict blood flow, that means your eyes aren't getting the proper nutrients, okay? The other thing too is that you want to release that tension because, you know, especially for, you know, expressions, because that tension builds and builds, and then it will create a crease in the skin, which will result in a wrinkle, okay? So another thing that's really important for the eye area is using the proper products, okay? So I have been using eye cream since I was 12 years old, okay? And my eyes look really good. And I can't talk. And I contribute that all to using eye cream. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that say they don't believe in eye cream. Well, I do, okay? Eye creams are formulated for the eye area because we have no oil glands here around the eye area. So you have to be really careful what you use. You don't want to use oils around the eyes because they can contribute to thinning of the skin like they did for me. You don't want to be using a thick, heavy creams because a thick, heavy cream is too much for your eye area. You can get milia from it. I don't care what anybody says, you can get milia. I get milia from thick, heavy eye creams. You need hydration, okay? Hydration and moisture, but in the right formulation. Stay away from fragrance products around the eyes. Most eye creams, the ones that are ophthalmologist tested, have no fragrance in them, guys. Fragrance makes the skin very sensitive and also makes your eyes sensitive, and the skin here is very, very thin, okay? So my favorite products for around the eyes are the Bella Aura Instant Lifting Eye Contour. This has been my favorite eye product for the last 2.5 years. I love it. This product is amazing. It has really helped lessen the appearance of my fine lines and wrinkles. It has lifted and opened my eye area, and it gives me the perfect amount of hydration there without it feeling heavy. It doesn't interfere with my makeup, doesn't travel down to my eyes or anything like that. Love Instant Lifting Eye Contour. It helps with dark circles because it's rebuilding that collagen. If your dark circles are because of the skin is thinning, and you could see the blood pooling in that area. Love Instant Lifting Eye Contour. My other favorite product for around the eyes is Multi-Wrinkle Minimizer Serum. So if you are starting to see fine lines and wrinkles around your eyes, are you losing elasticity around the eyes where they're starting to droop? Multi-Wrinkle Minimizer helps target 4 different types of wrinkles. 2 of the type of wrinkles that you see around your eyes are from dehydration. Those are the fine lines. And you also have the expression wrinkles, okay? And then you also can get wrinkles from loss of gravity too. So there's 3 types of wrinkles there, okay? This will target it. This will help firm up and contour your eye area. I love this. It's amazing. And you just apply it over the top of Instant Lifting Eye Contour. Beautiful combo to help target all your under eye concerns. It's also, both of these are brightening too. And one of my favorite things about both of these products is that they do not contain any caffeine. So for me personally, I don't use any products on my skin that contain caffeine. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Is because caffeine, it constricts the blood vessels, okay? And when that happens, that's why your skin looks less red. Okay, especially if you have a lot of redness, if you have descended capillaries or broken capillaries, you do not want to use products that have caffeine in them, because since they're constricting the blood flow, what happens is it's starving those areas of nutrition. Your eye area is one of the areas that you do not want to starve of nutrition, because your blood is what brings nutrients to that area so the skin can rebuild that collagen, okay? And if you're continuing to apply products with caffeine in it, you're just starving your skin, nutrition. I know they say, oh, antioxidant protection, less redness in the skin. Well, you know what? There's other powerful antioxidants like hydrotericel, which is in both of these products. Super powerful, helps with fine lines and wrinkles, helps brighten the skin, helps with skin elasticity. That is so much better than caffeine in your skincare. And if you have distended capillaries or broken capillaries, you do not want to use caffeine in your skincare, because this is what happens. Those distended capillaries are there to the surface because the skin is thinner there, okay? And they're distended, they're not getting proper nutrition in that area. So if you're using a caffeine in your skincare, guess what? It's going to starve those even more so, and you do not want to do that, okay? So this is the reason why I don't like caffeine in my eye creams. I know there's a lot of people that may differ, but that's my opinion and that's what I like. And there you go. All right, so I am going to let you guys go ahead and go into my demo for how I go about relieving tension around the eyes. And then I'm gonna come back and we'll talk a little bit about microcurrent. And then I have a special announcement for you. So make sure you stay all the way to the end. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel when you like my videos. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed, especially for my announcement that I'm making here in a minute. All right, I'll see you in a few. Hi everyone, and welcome to the demo of All About the Eyes. So I know this is funny to start this demo off with the Aduro 7-in-1 Contour Mask, but anytime that I am going to do an eye treatment, I always like to start off with red LED light therapy. And I love the Aduro because it is multifunctional. So I'm not just targeting one area. If I'm going to go ahead and do red light therapy, I want to treat my whole entire face, or LED light therapy in general. So what I do is I cleanse my skin and then I put on the Aduro. I do not use any serums or anything like that underneath my LED light therapy. You can use green tea. You can brew a cup of green tea and apply the green tea to your skin like a toner. There's serums out there, which I don't mess with because then it will interfere with the rest of my skincare, and I'm not into mixing and matching my skincare. So I start off with LED light therapy, but before I do any treatments around my eyes, I always drink water. I drink water about 8 ounces to 16 ounces, a half an hour to 45 minutes before my treatment. And the reason for that is that's how long it takes for your body to register that it's hydrated, okay? So a half an hour to 45 minutes before any treatment you're going to do around your eyes, whether it be like, massage, microcurrent, even LED light therapy, because our tissues receive these treatments better when it's hydrated, especially within the muscles, okay? Now, I do put a hydration tab in mine, which is the Noon. I love these. And the electrolytes help the hydration stay in your body longer, and it hydrates instantly. So if you want to get hydrated really quickly, and you don't have time to wait for 30 to 45 minutes, pop in a hydration tab or drink some coconut water. That's my other alternative. So cheers. So with the Aduro, it is a 20-minute treatment. I don't mind. With the mask, it is cordless. I just put this on my pants or in a pocket, and I do things around the house, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on because it has been 20 minutes. Okay, so there we go. And like I said, the Aduro has 7 lights and 11 functions. I love to use skin booster mode before my treatments, and the reason for that is because skin booster is red LED and infrared. So I love to use infrared anytime I'm going to do any sort of treatment on my skin or my face that is going to be working the muscles. The infrared light does help soften and loosen up those tissues so they're easier to work with, and what we do will help stay. Now, if you don't have the Aduro and you have a handheld, I have my LightStim for Wrinkles here. I love this too. Sadly, mine is getting ready to take a boot. I have issues with the connector here, and it is 11 years old, and it's been a fabulous device. So if you have the LightStim for Wrinkles, what you would just do is you can hold the light over your eye, and you want to make sure that you keep your eyes closed, and you hold it over each area that you're going to be treating for 3 minutes. Like, I'm going to be treating the whole entire eye area here. So, 11s around the eyes. So I would do 3, 3, 3. Okay, so that's 9 minutes. The Aduro, I can knock out all of that plus other areas in my face in 20 minutes. And I can do things, and I don't have to be tied to the wall or in one spot with one of these. But the LightStim for Wrinkles is my favorite handheld. And the reason is, so LightStim, this is all they do is make LED lights, okay? They have panels for professionals, like for estheticians, and they also make a full LED light bed for the whole body. So with the LightStim for Wrinkles, there's 3 lights. You have amber, red, and infrared. I love this. It is so good, okay? Like I said, I've had mine for 11 years, and I think it's about ready to go. All right, so what we're gonna do is after my LED light therapy, I'm going to work the fascia around my eyes, okay? So anytime your fascia gets tight, these are wrinkles from expression, and it creates like a deep wrinkle around the eye area. And if you wanna help loosen that, you can do a fascia release. Now, fascia releasing tools that I love are the Anma and the Face Blaster by Ashley Black. So the Anma is by Mann, and the Face Blaster is by Ashley Black, okay? So next thing I'm gonna do is, if you don't have LED light therapy, what you can do is take a soft cloth, or if you have one of those eye masks that you could put it in the microwave, and heat it up, do a warm compress around the areas that you're going to be working, and don't make the cloth too hot. Just make sure it's really, nice and warm enough to work the tissues, because when you're working the fascia, you want to make sure it's warmed up. I see a lot of people talk about fascia and they don't ever say to make sure that the tissues are warm. And you want to make sure that the tissues are warm, because fascia is like jelly, okay? And if it's not warmed up, you're not going to really get through those adhesions very well. Just like when you go get a massage, they always put heat on you, and it is to loosen up the fascia and the tension in the muscles. When it's cold, it's harder to break through those adhesions, okay? So you want to make sure you have a warm face, not too hot to disturb any like perioral dermatitis. Sorry guys, it's allergy season here and I just had an allergy attack, so my face is a little red. Okay, so this is a treatment I usually like to do at night, and I'll tell you the reason why is because I am going to be using the Bella Aura Instant Lifting Eye Contour. And when I do this at night, you guys know I don't really like to use oils on my skin, especially around the eye area, is that I could just leave Instant Lifting Eye Contour around my eyes as a mask. Now, I am doing this first thing in the morning because I am going to leave the Instant Lifting Eye Contour and the Daily Repair Moisturizer on my skin as an all-day treatment, okay? So I just woke up a few hours ago. I finally got some sleep. I got 6.5 hours sleep last night. It's amazing. I feel good. My eyes aren't really looking as dark anymore. So I don't know if you guys could see, but I'm 44 years old and I barely have any wrinkles around my eyes. And the reason for that is I've always used eye cream, okay? So I know there's a lot of people out there who don't believe in eye cream. I'm a huge believer in eye cream, because if I didn't use eye cream, I would have so many wrinkles around my eyes. As you know, we make a lot of expressions with our eyes, okay? And you get the wrinkles right in through here from squinting at the sun, or, looking down at your phone. There's all kinds of things that create facial expressions around the eyes. You laugh, you smile, and over a period of time, those will turn into deep wrinkles from all the repetitive tension that you're putting around your eyes. So the best way to combat that is to use a really good eye cream. Now, I don't like heavy eye creams around the eyes because there are no oil glands around the eyes. You do need hydration and you do need moisture. Anything heavy can cause milia, and also it can take away from the skin's natural moisturizing factor around the eyes. And using just your moisturizer is not going to work. There is a reason why there's eye creams, okay? So eye creams are specifically formulated for around the eyes. You don't want to use anything with fragrance around the eyes, as the skin is very delicate there. It's thin and it's delicate, okay? Products that have fragrance in them can irritate the skin hair very easily. Another thing, oils. I used to use oils in the past, and I noticed that when I was using oils, it was thinning the skin around my eyes because it was too heavy. Now, this is for me personally, may not be for you, but it's what I've noticed on clients too. Also, I am prone to milia, and anything heavy, oils, balms, heavy creams, I will get milia around my eyes from those, okay? I love Instant Lifting Eye Contour because it's a very light formula, gives me the perfect amount of hydration, and it has wonderful ingredients in it. So we have mock bean, which is an alternative to vitamin A. We have Levain, which is an alternative to hyaluronic acid. It's a polysaccharide, and it hydrates the skin so beautifully, and it's not susceptible to your environment. Like if you live in a dry environment, you're still going to get that hydration around the eyes, unlike hyaluronic acid, where hyaluronic acid pulls moisture from the closest source it's attached to. And if you live in a dry environment, even if you layer hyaluronic acid, it's still going to pull moisture from the skin, okay? I've tried it a million different ways, did not work for my skin, and I can't use it at all now because I have reactions to it. Also, we have hydrotericel. So hydrotericel is a super powerful antioxidant, helps with fine lines and wrinkles, it helps with brightening around the eyes, It helps with building collagen, so does Lavon and Mothbean, okay? So there we go. So what I like to do, I always give my products a shake, okay? So I'll shake it up, and I have to tell you that this is like down at the bottom. I have a backup always. So what I do is I just take some and pump it out on my hand, and you want to use quite a bit of this, okay? I am going to be using it as a mask, so I will probably be using 1 full pump for each eye. So I'm just going to lightly tap this on. Make sure that you tap gently around your eye area, okay? So I'm just going to start out with a little bit for right now before we get into the massage. Okay, so there we go. Next, what I'm going to do before I start any kind of fascia adhesion breakup on my face, I do pressure points. And I'm going to use the Anma. Now, I love the Anma because it is multifunctional. You have the spine here, which you can use as a gua sha tool. You have the fingers here, which help break up the fascia adhesions. And then you have the thumbs here, which are great for pressure points. So what I like to do is just make sure I have a light layer of my eye product around my eyes, because when you're doing pressure points, you want some slip, but you don't want it to be too slippery. Next is I take it and I go right here to my first pressure point, which is right at the beginning of my eyebrow. Now, when you do your pressure points, you can just lightly glide, and anywhere that this will fit and you feel tension, that's where you're gonna wanna put some pressure. So I'm going to go up here along my nose, and I'm going to start right here at the beginning of my eyebrow, and I'm just going to press gently and hold for 3 seconds. Release, press, 1, 2, 3, release, press, 1, 2, 3. And I do it 3 times in a row. So the next one I find where I have tension, this is another pressure point right here. So press for 3 seconds, release, press, release, press, release. And I'm going to follow this around, and it's going to fit in right over here, which is like by my temple. So you press and release, press and release, press and release 3 times. And then the next one I find where I have tension is right here. So press, release, press, release. There's a lot of tension right here because I've been clenching my jaw and grinding my teeth. So if you have TMJ, this is going to feel amazing. Okay. Next one I find where I get tension right here. So it's kind of like right underneath your pupil. So press, release, press, release. You can do it like on the side here, or you can hold it like this, press and release. Okay, next one you can find is right here on the side of the nose, press. This is like in the tear duct. This is really good if you guys have a lot of sinus pressure. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna focus on this eye. I'm gonna show you the difference in both of them. Okay, so now that I did my pressure points, I'm gonna load up my eye with some instant lifting eye contour, okay? So, and since I'm just applying it just like this, I'm using light pressure. I'm not worried about really the direction. Okay, so I'm gonna put it above my eyebrow too, because we are going to be working that. Okay, so next thing you're gonna do is, I like to go in with one of the fingers of the Anma, and I like to work this side by my nose. So if you get like those bunny lines right here from squinting, this is excellent at relieving that pressure. And you just use light pressure, no digging into the skin. I'm like using barely a 1, okay? You can do that. Do it for a few seconds. I also like to use the face blaster for this. So I like this really around for my eyes more so than the Anma, and I'll tell you the reason why is because of the fingers. If you have a smaller eye area, this is great. This is really big underneath the eyes. It does its job, and I love it, but this is really good. So I just take the 2 of the claws and I just run it up against that part of my eye, okay? I'll do that for a few seconds. You'll feel the tension release, okay? Then next, I'm gonna work the under eye area. So with the Anma, what you do is you take these two fingers and you rest it underneath your eye, and you go back and forth gently. Like I said, barely using any pressure, okay? So along with releasing those fascial adhesions, this will help stimulate that stagnant lymph underneath the eyes and blood, which, you know, leads to dark circles, and then also eye bags, okay? So with the face blaster, you do the same thing, and just like this, okay? Like I said, I really prefer this one for around the eyes just because of the shape of the fingers. Okay, so you just do it for a few seconds. No need to go ham on it and do it for a minute. I mean, you can do it for 30 to 60 seconds, okay? Okay, next, what I like to do, I'm gonna use a little bit more instant lifting eye contour. So if you have those wrinkles that are going down like this, sort of vertical, what you wanna do is you wanna tackle them cross fiber, okay? Make sure you anchor the skin, because we don't want to pull and tug and use light pressure. So you go about those the opposite direction, okay? Cross fiber is what we call it. So if you have wrinkles going horizontal, you're gonna tackle them like this. I mean, you could go like this too, but you also wanna do cross fiber, okay? So I just very gently come in here and work the fascia at a cross fiber angle, okay? You will immediately feel that tension release. Okay, and you will also see those lines will look less apparent and plump up. And what else is good about this, not only moving that stagnant fluid, but it's bringing blood flow to the surface, which is going to oxygenate the skin and bring all those nutrients up to the surface for some real collagen building. If you have the Anma, just take one of the fingers and do the same thing, okay? Attack it cross fiber. Okay, so next what we have here are the crow's feet. And so the crow's feet, we do attack cross fiber. I shouldn't say attack, but we go at it cross fiber, okay? So put a little bit more instant lifting eye contour. And it doesn't matter if I'm using a lot of this product, because like I said, I'm going to be using it as an eye mask too. So with the face blaster, what you do is you take two of the fingers right here, anchor, and then you just go very lightly on the side, just like this, okay? And go work this whole entire section right here, okay? Up and down, very lightly, light brisk movements. Do not dig into this area. If you feel tension, and sometimes when we feel that tension, we want to dig, but you do not want to dig, because you will create more tension and tugging on the skin, and which will lead to, you know, additional loss of elasticity and more fine lines and wrinkles, okay? So you tackle this like 30 to 60 seconds, okay? Anma. What I like to do is I like to use these two fingers, anchor, and then just go work that whole entire area, just like this, okay? Okay, so next, we're gonna work the brow area. So just lube up here. So working the brow area, you are going to anchor one finger above and one finger below, okay? So you wanna make sure you have good slip here, because the oculus runs all the way around here, okay? And if you make a lot of expressions with your forehead, your eyes, you're gonna feel some tension here. So with the face blaster, I take these two claws and I'm gonna anchor one above and one below. And then what I like to do is I like to go in here with my brow first and just work it a little bit and then come over here and then work this area. And if you're starting to get the squinty lines right here, you're gonna feel this tension release, and this will help, okay? You could go like this, back and forth, or you can tackle it at a section like this, okay? Now, I get a lot of tension right in through here because, like I said, I grind my teeth and I clench my jaw. I have TMJ. So this is going to feel amazing for you guys. So you could go back and forth like that, okay? And if you have a little bit of additional tension here, you can work this area a little bit more. Okay, if you're gonna use the Anma, you're going to sandwich your brow right in between these two fingers. So one above, one below. And you go back and forth in a windshield wipe motion, okay? Just like this. Now, I do really like to use this above my brow. It feels really good because it hits me all right in through here and right in through here where I have that tension too, okay? So no need to sit here for, you know, a long time because, like I said, you can overwork the tissue. You don't want to do that. Okay, so there we go with that. So next, what you want to do is work in between your brows, and I like to work right in through here a little bit more. So I'm going to use a little bit more instant lifting eye contour. Make sure the area is well lubricated for some good slip. Okay, so before I work the eyes, or in between the brows here, I like to take these two fingers from the face blaster and I just go up and down right in through here because I carry a lot of tension through here. I'll work it right in through here, just like this, okay? All right, you could, with the Anma, you can just do it slightly with one finger on each side, just like this. Okay, now let's tackle the 11s. So with the 11s, face blaster, I take two fingers, and since the 11s are going vertical, I combat it by going horizontal, and I work the whole entire area. You want to go all the way up, okay? You'll feel that tension release. If you have one side that's deeper than the other, just go, you know, pay a little bit more attention to that side. But you really want to give both sides equal amount of tension. Some people use one eye more than the other. Like for some reason, my right eye has more tension. Well, because I clench, but so I feel a little bit more tension right in through here. So then you work it right in through here, okay? Just like this. If you're going to use the Anma, take one finger or two fingers on one side and do the same thing. Okay, so now that we've worked the fascia adhesions out, next thing we're going to do is I like to go through and move that fluid out with some additional techniques. So my favorite way to work around my eyes after I'm done using the Anma or the face blaster is I love these rose quartz facial wands from Avari Beauty. I'm going to show you the alternatives, but the rose quartz facial wands are my favorite. So you could go in with your gua sha stone, anchor your finger, use a very flat side, use light pressure, and then just glide the stone out and up into your temple and do a massage. For above the brow, you do anchor one just right underneath your brow, and then the other one goes at the top. Make sure you anchor your skin so there's no pulling and tugging. And you just come out like this. This one is a little bit big for the eyes. And then go up, do a little wiggle, okay? You can use a rose quartz facial roller. My very dear sweet friend Susan gave this to me. So use the smaller end and you can roll it out, okay? I like this one because it glides really nicely and it doesn't pull out my eyelashes. My favorite way. So I usually do, both eyes at the same time, but I take the Avari facial wands. Tip, put your tools that you're going to use after you do your fascial adhesion release in the refrigerator, okay? Put them in the refrigerator, make sure they're cool because the cooling sensation will feel really good around the eyes, and it will help if you have some really tough fascia that was hard to break up. Sometimes there can be bruising, just so you know, because when you have a lot of fascial adhesions that have never been worked out, it restricts blood flow. And then once you break up those adhesions, the blood flow will go back into there, which can cause some bruising. Now, I've never had bruising on my face, but I do get it in my body. So with the Avari facial wands, fresh out of the fridge, I like to take the smaller end. You have a larger end and a bigger end. And what I like to do is I like to come in here and do some pressure points again. So press and hold. Press, hold for 3 seconds, okay? Go all the way around the eye area. Okay, so, and then after I do all my pressure points, so I'm gonna do around all the area, I take them and I just do a light massage and a circular motion around the eyes. It feels so good, guys. And this is gonna help release additional tension and move all that stagnant lymph and blood that's been around the eyes, and along with that, any toxins. So I'll do this about like 5 or 10 times, okay? And then after I'm done, come over here to the side, and then I just drain it, okay? And there you go. So I don't know if you guys could see the difference, but my eye does look a little bit more open. All right, so do this 2 to 3 times a week. I do it like 2 times a week, okay? Because sometimes, more isn't always better. And then what I like to do is I don't like to do this on the same day I'm going to do microcurrent. But I highly recommend that you do this if you are using any kind of devices around your eyes, especially microcurrent, because when you have tension around the eyes, you won't see as good of a lift, okay? This is really going to help relieve tension around the eyes. It'll help pick up the eye area, especially if you have hooded eyes, because a lot of times why we get hooded eyes is because of the tension around the eyes, okay? Remember, in the face, it's the only place in the body where the skin attaches to the muscle. And if you have tension in your face, the skin will start to sag. Also, loss of collagen because of aging causes hooded eyes, okay? And it could be hereditary. But this will help you get a better lift from your microcurrent devices, okay? All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this demo of all about the eyes for tension release. Welcome back, guys. So everything that I've used in this video for the demo will be listed down below in the description box, but I'll just do a brief overview. So I have the Face Blaster from Ashley Black, and I have the Anma by Jane Mann. Now, I love this tool, and I have been using this for years. This is like my 4th one because I always drop it and it breaks, and that's the thing that I don't like about this, is that it breaks easy. I believe this is 55, or this is 65 and this is 55, and I think it might be a little bit cheaper on Amazon, but check the Ashley Black website because sometimes they have deals and this goes on sale for a good deal. But I use this on my body too. I love it. So this is a great tool, and I love it for around the eyes just because of how small the fingers are. And I do love it for the face, but I also love the Anma too. The Anma is a multifunctional tool. So you can use the spine to do stretching. You can use it as a gua sha tool. So it is multifunctional, which is nice. And you can, do this to flush your, or to flush the lymph from the face, but this is better, okay? So there's, pros and cons. You know, so I do love both of them. I always recommend the Anma because, like I said, it's multifunctional, it's easy to get, and I know the quality of this is superb. It's not going to bust when you drop it on the floor like this one does. So, I mean, this can bust, but this one will for sure bust. The other tool that I love to use around my eyes is these rose quartz facial wands from Avari Beauty. I love these, not just for my eyes, but I use them all over my face. I'll do microcirculation with them. I'll do pressure points, and I'll go in and do some extra massage for underneath my cheeks to do some additional sculpting. These are amazing, guys. I love that you have 2 different size ends. These are great for the larger face point or pressure points around the face, and these are great for around the eyes or the smaller areas of your face. So these are lovely, and I always put them in the refrigerator, especially when I'm going to use them around my eyes. These are great to finish your treatment off with. Also, rose quartz, it, you know, takes the warmth out of the skin, so it's great if you have sensitive skin or if your skin gets a little bit red. It's great to go over the skin with rose quartz right after. Now, for the LEDs. So for the spot treatment, my favorite is the LightStim for wrinkles. I love this because you could just do a targeted treatment. It's easy. However, mine has officially died. It's just this connector. It's old and it's just not connecting right. So I don't know if I'm going to pick up one of these right away or what yet. I haven't decided, but I love my Aduro. So the Aduro 7-in-1 LED contour mask is my favorite, one of my favorite devices in my whole entire collection. I just love this LED light mask so much. You know, I just recently sent them a message to see if they're going to come out with a neck one. And if they do, I put in a request for it to have the 7 lights and to have the 11 functions like this does, because that would be amazing and you get more bang for your buck. The other contour masks, you know, they have near infrared LED and then just red, or near infrared and then red LED. I am personally not a fan of those. I know it's great to get a quicker treatment, but I am just seeing too many people come up with pigmentation in their skin from using near infrared, and it is freaking them out because once that comes to the surface, yeah, it will break it up eventually, but it's going to take a while, okay? I like, you know, infrared and red LED is my favorite. It's gentler on the skin. It helps with, you know, irritations, helps prep the tissues. It's great because my clients that are prone to hyperpigmentation that I recommend this mask to, they don't have any issues with pigmentation coming up. It actually works it as you use it, okay? So remember, a quicker treatment for certain devices isn't always better, or more isn't always better, okay? So in that case for LED, it's not, you know, the 10-minute, you know, quick treatment. This is 20 minutes and I'm fine with that. What's an additional 10 minutes? And I can do things with this around. So I love this mask. Everyone that I've recommended it to has fallen in love with it too. I mean, your skin looks really good after you use it. As you saw in my demo, how good my skin looked right after I took this off. Yeah, it's so good and I love it. All right, so that's it for the devices. Now here's the device I didn't use that I love to use around the eyes, okay? So I have the MyoLift QT. So I love to use the MyoLift QT around the eyes for when I want a quick treatment. There's a program in the app that you can use and you do the stretching, right? You do your 11s, you do the stretching on the crow's feet. This is great. You can also do the treatment with the gloves by doing a customized treatment, okay? So here's my thing with the gloves, and these are great to use around the whole entire face, but when you're doing erase mode on the MyoLift Mini or you're doing stretch on the QT, is that especially around the eye area, these can be a little bit irritating to the skin because they are a bit scratchy, okay? And for me, they really do irritate my eyes. I really like to use these more so for the lift because I feel like I get a better lift because I can really grip the muscle. But as far as using it for stretch or erase mode, I get irritated very easily because my skin is sensitive, but this is an option to treat wrinkles around the eyes. Now, my favorite way to treat wrinkles around my eyes is using the MyoLift Mini on erase mode, okay? I love to use the probes to treat my eyes with the MyoLift Mini. This is my preferred way. And what I love about the MyoLift microcurrent devices is that they have those modes. On the Mini, it's called erase, and on the QT, it's called stretch. And what this mode does is it lengthens the muscle. I got a hair right here. Hello, it always finds my lips. Excuse me. So this lengthens the muscle. So when you have a lot of tension around the eyes, you know, for making facial expressions, you've never worked out that tension before, it builds, and what it does is it shortens the muscle, creates the tension, then you get the wrinkles, okay? So the stretch mode will help relieve that tension, or erase mode, by doing these gliding motions, okay? And when you use your MyoLift, what you can also do is, if you have wrinkles that are going down here like vertical, you can combat them horizontally. So I'm going to do a video on just about the eyes with microcurrent, but my favorite microcurrent devices of all time are still the MyoLifts. Like I said, I love that you have the erase and the stretch mode. That sets them apart from other devices out there, because these modes actually truly do treat fine lines and wrinkles. The only other one out there that is similar to MyoLift would be the Pico by Nutratus, I think that's what it is. So that is the other option. All the other microcurrent devices out there are mainly just for lifting. Yeah, you do get a little bit of, you know, help with fine lines and wrinkles with the lift, but not really, because it's working on it's working on training that muscle to lift, you know, to re-educate it to where it's supposed to be. And when that happens, it, you know, shortens the muscles, just like when you lift weights. What happens to build that muscle, it shortens it, okay? That can create tension. And if you don't release that tension by your facial massage, or even using the erase or stretch mode on the MyoLift mini series, is that you know, the wrinkle will still form, and these will help with that, okay? These are amazing for around the eyes. And like I said, I will do a tutorial for that soon as I find another conductive gel that doesn't have hyaluronic acid to use with these, okay? All right, guys, so that is it for this portion of the video. I hope you really enjoyed this. It was a lot of information, I know. But soon I will do the microcurrent. Okay, so now time for the other part of this video. Since this video is all about the eyes, I figured perfect way to do the giveaway of the Nira skin laser. Now the Nira is FDA cleared to use around the eyes to help with your fine lines and wrinkles, okay? So if you saw my last video, you saw that I was decluttering this and I was gonna host a giveaway for it, okay? And it's here. So the Nira, it did not work out for me. For me personally, I found it really painful, and it made my eyes look worse than what they did before I started using it. It really dehydrates the skin around your eye area. It uses heat. I couldn't get above 2, and I could barely use 2. I highly recommend that you start out the lowest settings. Don't go from, like, you know, start out at 4, because you can burn your skin. It does use heat. Just take that into consideration. So if you are prone to hyperpigmentation, I would watch out for that. I haven't heard anybody talk about that, but I can imagine that, you know, this is good for those who are prone, since it does use heat, and you feel this heat versus more so than radio frequency. All right, so it is slightly used, okay? I've had this for over a year. I used it for 30 days when I first got it, and like I said, it didn't work for me, so I stopped using it. And I thought, maybe I'll give it a try again, but no. After what it did for my what it did to my eyes, I was like, there's no way. So there was a hyaluronic acid serum that came with this. I highly recommend that you don't use any hyaluronic acid around your eyes when you're using this. Use an eye cream that's going to hydrate and moisturize, because what I found is that the hyaluronic acid contributed to the dehydration I was experiencing, because I live in a dry environment It's dry here outside, it's dry in my house, and hyaluronic acid just doesn't cut it for me. I'm also allergic to it now. You've heard my spiel about that. I love it with the instant lifting eye contour. This, you know, is perfectly hydrating and moisturizing and repairing of the eye area to use after your treatment with the Nira. So the instructions are in here. Now, this giveaway is open to anyone who is subscribed to my channel, so you must be subscribed. Two, it's only for those who live in the US, because this is, you know, my special giveaway that I'm hosting. I'm paying for shipping, and, you know, for myself personally right now, shipping internationally is, you know, pretty expensive. So it's for US only. The giveaway, just comment down below if you're interested in the Nira. That's how you're going to win it. I'm going to pick somebody from the comments. And you'll have until Thursday, which is next Thursday, October 14th, before 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to enter the giveaway. And I will announce the giveaway probably in a short, maybe, next Friday, or I'll do a little video or include it in my next video on Friday, if I'm able to get a video out on Friday. So I will list the rules down below. I will list all the products down below. Good luck to those of you who are entering the giveaway for the Nira. This is a pricey little device here, and I'm so excited for those of you who are interested to try it, and I'd love to hear your feedback on it after you receive it. All right, guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. It means so much to me. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Sending you all so much love and light. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day.